So, hello. Hey, what's going on? Did you all see that this week in the news, that Joe Biden and Donald Trump are going back and forth over who hates socialism more? Let me say that again, over who hates socialism more. And also over who will arrest more protesters than each other. They're both on record saying that the protests are anarchists, the protests are socialists, and that people should be arrested. They're conflating the protests with violence, with rioting, especially dangerous considering that more and more organizers, anti-racist, social justice, socialist organizers from around the country are being rounded up military style. I don't want to go overboard about it. It's not like it's happening every single place or even to the majority of social justice and socialist organizers, but it's happening much more than it has in the past, and it's very dangerous. And at this particular time, when everything is supposed to be about the elections, both candidates are really playing the same game. In fact, this election may be to a great extent about socialism, because capitalism is obviously failing from the pandemic to the economic crisis that is related to the pandemic. Capitalism has come into question amongst so many young people. So-called self-titled democratic socialist was very popular. Bernie Sanders almost won the Democratic nomination. If this time period is all about socialism, if the election to a great extent is going to be about arguments against socialism, vilifying the other opponent, using socialism, vilifying socialists. And let's think about it. What is the answer to the multiple crises we face that are really part of one big, great crisis that needs to be solved in the next couple decades, or else life as we know it on the planet, or at least life will be very, very miserable for the vast majority of people. Why at this time should we as socialists back down from this? Should we be afraid of Trump and say, we need to support Biden or else? Especially because Biden and Trump, they can, if they can utter the words socialism, riot, should be arrested, right? You know who your friends are, you know who your enemies are, you know who your friends are. And Joe Biden's whole career, he said it lately when he said, I'm not a socialist, look at my career. His whole career is about putting forward policies and doing things that have put us in the situation that we are in now. So it's okay as a socialist to reject both candidates. It's okay. It's okay to vote for a third-party candidate. It's okay to vote for a socialist in this election, even if you feel like, well, that vote may not matter. Well, I'll tell you what, you know why it matters is because when Biden and Trump go after socialism, socialists and workers, we need to defend socialism. We need to say that we reject you, we reject your campaign strategy, which is really, as Biden has acknowledged, is not about politics. It's not, he's even said, this is not about politics. Let me say it again. This is not about politics. He says, I represent you no matter what zip code or no matter what ethnicity or what your race is or what your color is. I'm your candidate. Well, no, he's not. He's not our candidate if he can't actually stick up or stand up to Trump when Trump comes after us. When Trump comes after us, Biden came after us too. He's coming after us. And just wait, over the next couple months of this election, oh boy, he's going to come after us. And what's that going to do? That's going to create a climate of fear and antagonism against the protest movement, or at least it's going to try to do that. And it's going to enable the state, no matter who wins after the election, to go after us because we'll be on our heels. Because too much of us went down on our knees and said, yes, Trump is so bad, and he is bad. Trump is awful. That we will vote for this person who's just a little less awful, which, to be honest with you, my opinion is that considering the stakes we're at and what they're actually for, one of them talking nicer and one of them being from a party where people talk nicer and supposedly represent the people, just getting their vote on that basis puts us in a very big predicament. It's not the end all be all. At the end of the day, the struggle is what is important. But if the system gives you Biden and Trump, and they're both going to go after, again, socialism, which is the answer to the crisis we face, the redistribution of wealth to take care of the people, to solve the environmental crisis, to smash white supremacy and to stop a World War III, because I'm not even talking about this, but Biden's even worse. Well, I'm talking about it now. Biden's even worse about China, for example. And the racism and the attacks against China are a major, major, major threat to the peace and security of the people who live on this planet. Perhaps at least as much as any of the other things that people are worried about here domestic, saying that Russia and China are your problems, that Xi Jinping and Putin are your problems, and using xenophobia and racism to back it up, and preparing the whole population to go to war, or at least raise the level of conflict with China and Russia, which is coming from the United States. It's not coming from China and Russia, and it's coming from Biden, and it's coming, to be honest, it's coming less from Trump. Even though it's coming way more, it's coming from Trump too. Even though the media is like, oh, Trump's not really, Trump is, friends with Russia or whatever. I mean, Trump's presidency, he's attacked Russia, more than Obama has. If you just look at the policy, if you look what's actually happened. So, to wrap up and to stop the rambling and to stop this version of my vlog, which is vlog number 3, it's okay. It's okay. But we got to defend socialism. We're at a crisis. It's not time to be afraid of Trump. It's not time to, because of being afraid of Trump, saying to everybody, you got to vote for Biden or else. No, what we have to do is defend socialism, struggle for socialism, raise the red banner. And if you want to do that with me, I hope you support Mass Action. The website is mass-action.org. The podcast is parked on SoundCloud. It's Mass Action Podcast, and it's on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and a bunch of other places. I entreat you to go to mass-action.org, the Mass Action website, check out some of the articles, the podcasts, and the other things that are there. You can also support us on Patreon or GoFundMe. I hope that you do that as well. As an independent source of analysis and news and editorials and media, we rely on your support at the end of the day. In fact, none of this happens without your support. And to the extent that we have your support, whether it's financial or not, shout out to you, love to you. Let's keep building together. Let's keep our heads up, our fists up. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Socialism will win. Whatever Biden and Trump say, they're just showing that they're afraid of socialism. And the more they attack us, the stronger we're gonna grow. The more popular socialism will be, and socialism will provide the solutions to the crises we face. All right, sisters and brothers. Till next time. Bye.